I became a dialect or accent coach in much the way so many of us do. We train as actors often. So I went to DePaul Theater School, got my MFA in acting, and I was acting for many years, came up through the theater here in Chicago. Also, like so many actors do, I started teaching, and I really, really dug it. And I became more interested in studying more about teaching voice and what that meant, that sort of subspecialty. And then I stumbled into dialect coaching because somebody calls you up and says, hey, will you come and coach our production? And then I was really fortunate. Somebody gave my name to an agent here in the US who represents dialect coaches. We start with research. The research begins with the script. Reading the script, talking with the actors, maybe talking with the director or even the writers, to find out what the vision for the characters is. I do my own research then, looking for accents on real people in the world whose background closely resembles to that of the character as I'm being asked to envision it with them. The next step then for me is an analysis of the samples that we found. And I do a phonetic analysis, and I analyze these other aspects of the accent, and I prepare materials for them to help them learn it. And then we apply to the script. It's typically one-on-one. Often we meet on Zoom first, and then ideally we work together live in person. It's always preferable. So I prep, and then I trap when I'm on set with them so that in the moment we can do some really important tweaking, which often needs to happen when there's so much happening and the accent can get sort of interrupted, if you will. Sometimes I am prep only on a project. In other words, maybe only in a room with them before they travel to location to shoot, or maybe only on Zoom. Gotten the script a year before, so maybe a little more than a year and a half. But that's really unusual. Sometimes I get a call and it's, hey, in 2 weeks, can you come to Atlanta? I'll send you a script and then I'll have you meet with the actor, and they need this really involved accent. They have a lot of script and there's no time to practice. Can you do it? AI has never touched my work. I've never worked with AI. No performances I've been a part of have been involved with AI use. I do have, I think, like any artist, a sort of general and frankly somewhat misinformed perhaps fear of AI and its generative use. My understanding is that generative AI can create performances out of whole cloth and not use human beings. And that's frightening to anyone who's ever lost a job. When we're talking about AI as a tool, from what I understand, it's being used as a tool to enhance a performance, a human performance. There may be scales of difference between these two kinds of AI that are worth considering.